I am Elisha from the Wisdom Seekers. I'm here to give you the energy report from my viewpoint from the March 18th to the 24th, 2018. Already, my God, I just remember it was 1950, not that long ago. Joke, I wasn't born in 1950. So each week we sit here and we ponder how we're going to do the energy report. And I was thinking it always comes through our ideas of what's happening and how I perceive the energy. Well, and also how I perceive other people dealing with the energies. And this is what I perceive for this week. I see that the energy of this week is not lessening in intensity. In fact, it is really kind of powerful. There is a difference, though. We're not being pushed helter and skelter, hither and yon, because I see that people have learned to accept and adjust to the energy. They may not like it, but they have learned that this is the new status quo, and they have to accept it. Rock in a hard place doesn't give you much option, obviously. So the forward motion, this is a forward motion week for us, mostly because we've learned how to go with the motion of the energy. It's like being in the bottom of a washing machine, back and forth, back and forth. But we've learned how the rhythm is, and so we've learned to adjust. So that's really positive. It's not that it's easier. Well, it is, because we're more accepting of it, and we're just going with the flow. And for you, or those of you who are in a lull, congratulations. That means you've learned your lesson, and you're in a mode of waiting for the rest of us to catch up. Hopefully we catch up soon, unless you're enjoying the lull. Well, but we are coming to an end of this cycle, and we are going to move through this transition. And so we are, as I said, we're coming to the end. We're going to move into the spin cycle, which, depending how close you are to the epicenter and how far away, life is going to speed up. You know how it is when you played in the playground, when you played Crack the Whip, and the person on the end of the whip was the one that had to run the hardest and the fastest? Yes, that's exactly what I mean. So hopefully we're all close to the epicenter, which would be really good. We are near the end of the cycle, and that is very, very important. Right? Yeah, it is extremely important. I'm just trying to catch my notes here, and I kind of missed my place. But basically, we've got a handle on the energy. You're going to move forward really quickly, probably, hopefully soon, because that means the cycle is finishing. And with the cycle finishing, I cannot promise you a lull, because the energy is not as forgiving as it used to be. It is much more, let's do this, let's get this done, let's move on forward. And that's for a good reason. We're at the earth is coming to an end of one of its cycles. And if you watch the energetic cycles, and you must have seen this in the 2012 write-ups, where there's a 25,000-year cycle, a 52,000-year cycle, a 104-year-old cycle, and they're all ending at once. So that means the earth is going through many changes on its own. And since we are not separate from the earth, we are part of the earth. We might be the insects on the earth compared to her size, but we are still earth. We're still part of her. So what that means is, as we move into the photon belt, life gets faster, more energy comes in. And those that cannot shift, they say goodbye, or they get really mean. We don't want them to be mean, so we open up we are there for the energy, and sometimes it feels like our head explodes, but that's all right. So in retrospect, things are going really well this week, I suspect. There might be a few sidebars that we're not expecting, but that's just the energy clearing up on itself. So for this week, from the 18th to the 24th, Namaste and Namaskar.